My paper is comparison of the clinico-etiological profile of urinary tract infections between diabetics and non-diabetics. So I'll be discussing the paper in this outline. So briefly, urinary tract infection is most common infection cause experienced by humans after respiratory and gastrointestinal infections. So significant bacteria is when at least 10⁵ bacteria per colony forming unit is found in one urine sample, or if the patient has symptoms but the coronary forming 10⁵ coronary forming unit of bacteria is seen, then also it's significant. So what are the risk factors? So risk factors can be iatrogenic, which can be due to indwelling catheter or antibiotic usage, can be behavioral in which voiding dysfunction is there, which increases post-void residual urine causing more UTI, or can be a frequent or recent sexual intercourse, can be due to anatomic or physiological causes such as vesico-ureteral reflex or a female sex because they have a smaller urethra size as compared to males, or can be a genetic cause as well. So concentration of blood levels of HbA1c is directly proportional to diabetics developing UTI. That's because it provides a more hyperglycemic medium for the bacteria to grow, and it suppresses the cytokine production, thus increasing more chances of infection in the patients. So E. coli is the most common organism that is seen, in which uropathogenic E. coli also a similar age group was found. So there was actually not much of a difference between the two groups. Females were more prone to UTI in both diabetics and non-diabetics. The p-value was 0.315, which was again not significant between the two groups. Most common symptoms in diabetics were fever followed by dysuria. In non-diabetics, it was mostly dysuria followed by fever. Mean HbA1c was 7.93 plus minus 1.06 standard deviation, and and the age group the duration of diabetes that was found was about 6 years. So most common organism that was seen was E. coli, followed by candidiasis and followed by Klebsiella pneumonia in both diabetics and non-diabetics. So antibiotic susceptibility for E. coli, nitrofurantoin was the most susceptible antibiotic, followed by imipenem in R group and followed by amikacin. So in conclusion, we concluded there was no significant difference in incidence, signs and symptoms of UTI among the diabetics and non-diabetics. However, it was found that poor glycemic control makes the patient more prone to infection in comparison to strict diabetic control. And gram-negative organisms were the most common isolates. So routine surveillance of antimicrobial profile is very important to prevent antibiotic resistance. The limitation of the study was a single center study with small sample size. Thank you.